Welcome. This is David Boles, Human Meme. Today's topic: what remains? Lots of people try to be prescient and predict the future to foretell what will happen before it happens. And there's money to be made in that wild speculation. Some of that is educated guessing, others of it is just gut instinct, and there are still others who are just wishing upon misting hopes. But today, I ask you, what stays? What is unchanged? What remains? Yes, these things that shall not change, never change, these things and facts and truths surround us, and they will always be. These are not a matter of human compunction or nature or of scientific fact or religious faith. No, these are just things that are forever in stasis, predictable in their immobility, satisfying in their singular realm. Everything will be different, so nothing matters. Or nothing will change. And recognizing the immutable also has value in that prediction against transformation. So what are some of these things that shall not change? Let's put our mind to a few ideas and see what falls. And, if anything, flows. Time. Time is ever-flowing, unpredictable, and dangerous. We think we can control time by clocking it and making its sweeps against the inevitable to fit upon our wrists. But time is more lilting than air captured in a jar. Time is always swirling away from us as it surrounds us. The fact that we survive against time at all is a magical feat in itself. But as time presses on without us, always without us, and always against our will, time is ever-changing in its never-changing. Tides. As time moves unpredictably through space, tides is another humbler marker to the power of nature that we neither control nor appreciate. We believe we understand the power of tides, and without them our planet would not be alive or even livable. And so the predicament of the tide becomes our predictor of consistency. High tide, low tide, the new rhythm of us, the new pendulum of time that is always creeping away from us, right before it swings back to smack us in the head. Tick-tock. It's tide o'clock. Power. Power is magnifying. I don't mean electricity or steam or solar. I mean raw power. I mean a power that is wielded by people against each other to preserve and protect what exists, and what may be lost in the exchange. We try to get power with favors and money and influence, but power is best spent quietly and behind the modes, so nobody can really pin down who and what is doing the manipulating of the civility of the living. to follow the power, trace the footfalls of those passing beside you. Value. We always place a value on a third thing. Not people or land, but an outside thing that can be actively held in the hand and traded down by the river. Money, gold, beads, wooden nickels. They all have an applied motive to help in the active exchanges of goods. I'll give you this for that. And the this and the that must be defined and resustained every so often as the mimetics of exchange roll with the tides of time. One day gold is the bitten value, the next only crystal beads are wanted for the exchange of one barter upon another. Know where the value changes and why it gets modified. Own and help define the value of what is valued. And you will have more understanding of monetary theory than the investment experts. Hunger. We are hungry every day. Hunger can be fed with food. Hunger can be fed with behavioral results. What we must know about hunger is that we all deal with it every day in various forms. Some of us can be more easily satisfied than others, and a universal human truth is that hunger always returns. No matter how hard we try to satiate our hunger or hide it from public view, it's there, haunting us, gnawing at us. Own your hunger, and own the temptation to temporarily result in a lack of stasis. And you will begin to understand the life cycle of existence. One hunger feeds another, endlessly. Murder. We like to believe we are above killing each other for sport or profit, but we are not. We enjoy war. We enjoy inflicting wounds on other people. We like to conquer. We want to rule other people. We get there by our ultimate end, killing, homicide, murder in the first degree. And we kill because we can, even though society forbids us from taking the law and lives into our own hands. We still crave the ultimate judgment of ancient people. We want to grant the power of life. And we may only do that through the management of the living. Kill or be killed. Murder or die. Those are the only choices that embolden us and enliven the spirit of our works. We toil to have the chance to decide the fate of another. Never by chance, but always by purpose. Relevance. Something will always mean something to a large group of people. Is that relevance art, or a political movement, or a social experience with dedicated participants? People want to belong to something that means some thing to them and beyond them. And relevance. That mystical thing that advertisers and free thinkers and fascists alike all try to entrap and bottle and sell to the lowest bidder, is what drives a society both forward and into the ground. What we choose to value over something else is relevance. And it is a deadly choice, placing one thing above another for attribution and admiration. And so, I've now shared the remains of my day with you. And I'm sure you've thought of many other stationary things that do not change, but completely and wholly affect how we interact with each other. And the trick of this life is to know those levers and to control those touchstones, and to rely upon them, and to use them to your ultimate advantage in order to help a society survive. Even if everyone around you is predicting the weather and inventing future technology and imagining the life to come. You know where the roots live. You know where the values are inherently and invisibly held. You know the secret to living is knowing where you stand and why, and how hard, and how far the fall. Thank you for listening. Be a human meme.